right, everyone. So today we are going over the adult brown belt curriculum. So we're going to start with Defying the Storm and work our way all the way down. So Tigers, as you know, you only have the first 5 techniques, and we'll continue on with the adults. So first technique is Defying the Storm. Now, Defying the Storm, remember the storm, that's also always for a club attack. So Defying the Storm is going to be for overhead club attack. All right, so we're gonna go through it in the air, then we'll show you guys what you're doing on the body. So first part, Defying the Storm, we're stepping in. This is a roundhouse club attack, and as it steps in, David's gonna step in and do a double block. So what he's doing is blocking on the inside of that person's arm. Now from that position, he's gonna catch that arm, right hand's gonna go here, left hand's gonna open, and what he's gonna do is gonna kind of try to snap that elbow. But that's also gonna do a motion that's gonna bring that person's face forward. When that happens, he's gonna flip his elbow up and do a flapping elbow right underneath that person's chin, which is what he's doing right now. From this position, he is gonna slide that right hand down the arm, all the way down to the back of that shoulder. From here is where he's gonna step back. As he goes back, he's now in a left forward bow. Notice that his arms are raised and pushed away from his body because he's actually trying to control the person's arm here. So from this position, he's gonna step through and throw a knee right to the chest. Release with his right arm is going to come all the way around into an overhead elbow, drop down right on the spine. Awesome. So now let's face away this way. Same thing, Defying the Storm. Now you guys are following. So you step forward into a right fighting stance, double block. From that double block, you're going to pull and push. So you're pulling with the right and pushing with the left, just like David's doing right now. From there, flapping elbow underneath the chin with the right, and now she's gonna slide down with the right hand, down the shoulder, and stepping back into a left forward bow, keeping your arms fully extended as you do that. From here, he's gonna bounce off of that and go into a knee with the right knee, come over the top and drop with the elbow on the spine. Awesome. So here's what we got here. Let's just say we're just gonna assume he's got a club in his hand. As it comes in, I'm stepping in on the inside of that strike to hit the arm. From that position, I'm gonna grab this wrist, pull on that elbow. As soon as I do that, that brings that face close to me. That is coming in for this flapping elbow right underneath that chin from there. The part where I said we're gonna slide down the arm, this is where after I hit that elbow, I'm sliding down the arm to here, and I'm gonna do what we call a pull-push motion. So as I bring him forward, I'm gonna push with my left, but I'm gonna pull down with my right to bring him down to here. The reason I'm keeping this hand away from me is because this is the arm that has the weapon. From this position, I'm going to step through, knee's gonna go right here to the chest, and as I step through and I knee, notice that my right arm is coming around. So as I go here, it's going knee, come around, and dropping with an elbow right to the spine from there. As I leave, I'm gonna grab the club out of his hand, and I'm gonna cover out away from the danger from that point. Awesome. So that's Defying the Storm. All right, next technique, here's what we have. We're going into Wings of Silk. Now, Wings of Silk is for a double rear arm lock. So what that looks like, face this way, David, is for someone who's behind you and is grabbing you this way, all right? So if you notice his arms are way back here, that means these elbows are gonna be behind him, not to the side of his body, all right? Face this way. So from here, assuming that your arms are behind you this way, first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna end up stomping with this right foot down on their foot, but at the same time, you're shoving your right arm down and start to try to break this. At the same time that's happening, when this goes down, the left side is gonna come up because it's gonna be a heel kick right to the person's shin as you pull your left elbow up, and that's gonna try to start to loosen up that grip. So both of those are happening at the same time as he drops, right side first, and then he's gonna do the same thing coming back on the left side. When he comes back to the left side, he's gonna take that opportunity to step around, grab with his left, so we're gonna come back to this position here. He's gonna grab the wrist with the left hand from here, and from this point, he's gonna continue to go all the way around and come out into what we call a break right now. So, I'll show you what we're doing. Come back to here. If I'm holding David from back here, he's gonna step on the right side first, drop down, start to loosen up the left, and he's gonna come to the other side, drop, and as he comes around, he's gonna catch my wrist when he gets to here. And from there, he's gonna continue to step over. When he does that, that pulls my arm out. As it gets it extended, he's not gonna do 2 motions. As he's pushing down with that left, he's gonna push up really hard towards the ceiling with the right, and that's what's gonna cause that first part of that break, all right? Now, stay right there, David. From this position where he's at, he's now gonna throw a back fist to the body, and he's gonna go right through. It's gonna be like a whipping back fist that goes all the way through. As he goes through, now he's gonna come back to the back of that arm, the same arm. As he hits the elbow, he's gonna roundhouse kick the back of the knee, both at the same time, all right? So now I'm gonna face away and try it on the other side. Here we go. So now you guys are following just like we're in class, okay? So stepping down to the right first, good, and coming back to the left. Stepping around front of the body, grabbing with your left on his first step, and you continue to come around into your break with your right. Awesome. From there, he's gonna come back with a whipping back fist to the body, come through and roundhouse kick and strike to the back of the arm. Awesome. So now let's see, best angle, and we'll go right from here. So right from here, the first motion I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop, pop. And when I drop, I'm popping this arm out as hard as I can to start with. This leg is gonna come up and kick as I do that. So my first motion, I'm going here, then I'm gonna come back and pull this arm out. As I do that, I'm stepping, grabbing that wrist, coming around, and I'm going into a break. When we do this break, I'm hitting, pushing down, pop at the same time to try to get that to go up as hard as possible. From here, whipping back fist. So I'm gonna go right off that break. I'm gonna break back fist and come right around, and we got a roundhouse kick and a strike at the end of that, all right? So that's your technique for Wings of Silk. Good job. All right, next technique, here's what we have. We're going into squatting sacrifice. Now, squatting sacrifice is gonna be for a full Nelson. Full Nelson, now, David's a big guy. I'm about to disappear back here. Just relax, okay? So, from here, this is your motion. This is what we're going with for this technique. Your hands are already gonna be elevated. So in the first part of this, because your arms are always already coming back, you're gonna take two fists and it's gonna go directly behind your head. So you're gonna try to punch straight back to their face, and you're gonna bounce off that punch, extend up, and you'll step out from there to come crashing down with your elbows. So if you watch David right now, he's gonna do the first move, punch back, come up and step all the way out and squat down as you come crashing down on those arms, okay? From this position, he's gonna stay low. He's gonna reach under and grab the back of that right ankle, and as he sits back onto that knee, he's gonna yank forward, and that's gonna allow the person to collapse down. From that collapse, he's gonna grab the person's foot that he has in his hand, left over right. As he turns, he's actually gonna do a hook kick right to the person's face as he flips them over from their back to lay back onto their stomach. So go through that motion. And when you end up here, you should end up in a left neutral bow. From this position, person is laying flat down on their belly, okay? Now, David's gonna hold on with the right arm. You're gonna step forward, step drag forward, but you're gonna step drag from a neutral bow to a lunge stance. This back foot that's doing a lunge stance is actually going to be a groin strike right to the person's groin as you step forward. At the same time, you're gonna reach down and grab either the back of their shirt or the back of the head, okay? Grab the hair. So, stepping in, boom. From here, he'll grab the back of their shirt, and as he still has the leg, he's gonna stomp on the spine as he pulls up for a break. Now, this is the part in class where I tell you guys, you're not Gumby. All you guys that do this, I'm not quite sure what person you're fighting, but if you can do this to somebody, you have bigger problems on your hands, okay? So, from here, Miss Lizzie, come on in here. We'll let Miss Lizzie demonstrate what we're doing here. So, from here, David grabs her. She's gonna punch straight back behind her, step out, and drop down on those arms to start to break the grip. From here, she's gonna reach down, grab his foot, and yank. Now, as he hits the ground, this is the part where she's gonna flip him over as she kicks his face, flips him over. Now, if you notice, right leg is already right between his legs. As she steps forward to grab his collar, that foot is going to hit the groin, and she's gonna grab the collar at the same time. From here, she'll step on his spine and pull up as hard as possible and make it just one snappy motion as she does that. Awesome. You may get up, victim. Good job, Miss Lizzie. And that's the end of that one. Be right back. Okay, next technique, we have escape from death. Now, this is for a rear headlock. So if David's grabbing me, this is the position I'm ending up in. Now, I need you guys to take this into consideration. You see someone's arm coming around your neck, it should be instinct for you to at least reach up to do this and not just let him grab it and go, oh my gosh. So from here, as that arm comes in, I'm trying to get my hand between his arm and my neck. So the first part is here and dropping that chin down as he comes in, all right? This is only gonna buy me a little bit of time. So come back from here, person grabs you. You're reaching up, getting that hand in there, drop that chin. From here, he's gonna step out to the right, drop his center of gravity, and he's gonna do a rear elbow, back elbow as hard as possible. He's gonna collapse from that left elbow down into a hammer fist to the groin. So that's 2 shots hard, pop, pop. From here, he's gonna V-step. That means this left leg is gonna go in and then back into a lunge stance. So step here and drop back into a lunge stance. Now this leg is behind the person. He's gonna release with this hand and do a double hammer fist strike. One to the kidney and one to the groin, but both of them, are gonna happen at the same time. So he's gonna strike, reach up around the back of the person to grab that face. As he pulls back, he's gonna rotate into them into a straight heel palm, glancing, I should say. He's gonna glance right to the side of the face, hook the back of the neck with his hand right here, and hook. And from that position, he's gonna pull them right into a knee. And that's the end of your technique for there, all right? So now I'm gonna face this way, and you guys are gonna follow David the same way. So, arm comes in, reach up, get that right hand right in between that arm and your neck, and at the same time, step out to your right, the left back elbow into a left hammer fist. From there, left leg is gonna V-step. That means you're gonna come in and drop it back. Now you're in the lunge stance into a double hammer fist. Once to the kidney, once to the groin. From there, he's gonna reach around the back, pull up, turn, glancing inverted heel palm into a hook. And from there, he'll pull them right into the knee. Awesome. All right, Miss Lizzie, we need a victim. David's attacking Miss Lizzie. Miss Lizzie's going, ah! So from here, she steps out, elbow, hammer fist, go. Then she's gonna step right behind his leg into a lunge stance. Now she's gonna turn, double hammer fist. From that position, she's gonna reach over the top, grab that chin and pull back hard. And as she turns into him, she's gonna glance inside that face, hook the back of the neck, and knee. And that's all you got. Good job, guys. Next technique, we have securing the storm. Now, again, club attack, and this is gonna be a roundhouse club attack coming in with the right hand. So, first motion, you're gonna step into a left lunge stance. So left leg steps forward, you're in a lunge stance position. Left hand, left arm is doing an outward block. At the same time, right hand is doing a vertical punch. That's going right to the face, okay? So that stops that momentum coming forward. From this position, David's gonna use his left arm to wrap around the person's arm. As he comes up, he's gonna drag that the back leg up, and this is coming into a breaking motion. I want you guys to try to take in consideration that when you're doing a breaking motion, you're not folding your arm into your side. What you're actually doing is you're bringing that arm up like you're trying to really reach up for the sky. So whenever you go into the wrapping motion, you're not wrapping and bring your arm this way. You're wrapping around and shoving up like you're trying to punch up at the ceiling. So that's gonna be your breaking motion, which is where he ends up right now, and that's with the left arm. From this position, this is gonna be where we have a hard time in class sometimes. The person is standing more to the side of where David is at right now. His job from here is to be able to spin, and when he turns, he's gonna turn towards the person and get his right leg to go between him and the person as he shoots that leg behind them. Same way now, his right hand is gonna end up forming a C, and that's what's gonna end up hitting the person in the throat to go to the next part. So from here, he's gonna turn, shoot his right leg behind them, and from there, he's gonna end up doing a takedown now. Several things are happening. He's grabbing a hold of their arm with the left hand. He's hitting that neck, and at the same time, the back of this right leg is hitting the back of their leg to help in taking them down. So at this point, they're on the ground, and he's still holding onto them with that left arm. From there, he's gonna grab with both hands. He's gonna throw a front kick to the face with the right, clear the arm as he clears the weapon out, stomp on the wrist to break it, and then he'll cover out from there. Awesome. So now we're gonna go back this way, facing this way. Now you guys are following David. So stepping in to a left lunge stance. From there, remember, left arm is doing the outward block, right hand's doing the punch. From there, left arm is gonna wrap around as a right leg comes around to the side. From that position, now we're gonna turn back in the same direction that we just came from, shoot that right leg behind him, and you're going in to a takedown from here. From that position, hold with both hands. He's gonna throw a front kick, clear the arm, stomp on that wrist, and you'll cover out from there. Awesome. So, we'll go, actually come back over on this side. I'm gonna do this in several different angles so we can try this. So the roundhouse double tap comes in, I'm stepping here, and I'm blocking and I'm punching. Come around this side quick. So again, it comes in, I'm blocking and I'm punching. From here, this left arm is what's wrapping around the arm that's got the weapon. So from this block, I'm gonna come around, get to here, and try to wrench up to try to throw my hand this way and cause a break. I'm gonna do that right now because I like David. So again, from this block, coming around, break. Now, this is what I'm talking about with my right leg coming between the both of us. When I turn, I'm gonna turn and grab this wrist that's behind me. As I grab it, I'm gonna turn, shoot my right leg behind his, because that's what's gonna end up hitting the back of his leg. From here, what's gonna help take him down is I'm gonna take this and hit that neck as hard as possible. Still holding on to the left. When I get to here, I'm gonna hit the back of the leg and, whoa, take down from here. I'll drag you this way so we can see better. From that takedown, I'm holding on with both hands. I'm gonna end up kicking underneath that chin, and then I'm gonna clear through this arm. So that means from here, I'm gonna kick, then I'm gonna clear through, stomp on that wrist and try to break it, and then we'll cover out from there. Thank you, sir. And that was Securing the Storm. So Tigers, that's the end of you guys' techniques. Make sure you practice this stuff correctly. Keep your knees bent, and we'll see you guys next time. All right, next technique, Detour from Doom. This is for a step through roundhouse kick that's coming more towards, it's gonna be more of a body kick, all right? So from here, you'll start from your right fighting stance. As the kick comes around, you're gonna step off the line to the back 45 into a cat stance. So you're going from a neutral bow into a cat stance. As David does that, he's blocking the kick with his left arm, at the same time throwing a vertical punch to the face and a front kick right to the groin. From that kick, he's gonna land into a neutral bow. But as he lands into that neutral bow, this top hand, the right hand, is gonna rotate under and go into a hammer fist to the groin. So just keep it in your head. After the front kick here, as he lands, he's landing, and that hand motion is happening at the same time as he's landing. From that hammer fist, he's gonna step into a rear twist as he covers, and the motion that he's gonna have is gonna be left hand over right arm. Okay? From this position, the reason why is because he's gonna scissor out, and when he does that, he's gonna hit a heel palm to the side of the face with the top hand, the left hand, hook around the back of the neck as he brings him around. However, at the same time this heel palm is hitting, there's a back fist hitting right to the stomach. So you have two strikes hitting at the same time. He'll hook, grab that neck, and as he twists out of that stance, he'll pull the person down, and when he ends up over here with that person's head over here, he'll drop a hammer fist right on the back of the neck. Awesome. All right, now let's face away from the camera this way. So you start from a right fighting stance. You guys are all following, same way. Think about where he's stepping and just try to step in the exact same direction. So the first step is bringing the back foot over to the side so you can face this angle in a cat stance. At the same time, left arm is doing a downward block, right arm is doing a vertical punch, and a snapping front kick comes out at the same time. As you land, that rotates over from top to bottom into a hammer fist to the groin. Left hand is up checking just to keep your face protected. From that position, he's gonna step into a rear twist as he brings those arms in, and from here, just remember, first of all, it's two strikes. It's a back fist and a heel palm hitting at the same time. The only difference is the back fist goes through while the heel palm just hooks around the back of the neck. He's got the back of the person's neck from here, and he's gonna rotate out as he brings them down to drop right into a hammer fist coming down on the back of the neck. Awesome. So from here, we'll go from this position right here, okay? So from here, the roundhouse kick comes in. I'm gonna step off the line, block the kick, punch and kick at the same time. From here, when I drop, I'm gonna go from here, I'm gonna drop into a hammer fist, and you notice that I bring my left hand up because as soon as I hit that groin, as his face comes down, I need my hand here just to catch him. Now this is part where we talked about going to a rear twist. I'm going up the line of his body from here, so I'm gonna step over, strike the body, hit the heel palm from here, hook the back of the neck, rotate out, and when I get to here, drop a hammer fist right at the base of the neck. All right? Awesome. Thank you, sir. And that's Detour from Doom. Next technique, circling destruction. It's a defense against a left straight punch. okay? So, David's gonna start from a right fighting stance. Two motions are gonna happen here, and we're redirecting the punch as opposed to trying to stop it. Blocks, obviously, are intended to stop a punch, okay? When we do the parries are they're just meant to redirect it. That means I need the person still coming forward to come being led into another shot. On this particular technique, he's doing an inward and an outward parry. Right hand's doing an inward, left hand is gonna come right behind it and do an outward parry. That's happening on the outside of that left punch. As the left hand is going into the parry, this right arm is gonna roll underneath to go into the back fist. All right? Now, a lot of these rolling motions are gonna make a lot more sense the more you get into doing your striking set, and we'll get into that a little bit later. So from here, he's gonna step drag in as he does an inward outward parry, and that right hand that started the parry comes out into a back fist as the left arm stays up there. Now, his left arm is in this position. It's gonna come in to straight a heel palm to the face, but as he does that, he's gonna step over with his left foot. So from here, it's gonna go into a step. Now, if you notice from here, as he's hitting the side of the face, this right arm is gonna cock up this way because it's gonna come down. It's kind of the same motion as Five Swords, the last motion of Five Swords. So it's cocked up this way because from here, he's in a lunge stance. He's gonna bring the left foot up and go into a cat stance as he drops a right inward hand sword on the other side of the neck. Now, this is where we kind of have a little bit of fun. He's gonna take that right hand, reach around the front of the person's face. He's gonna grab right at the chin. So several things are gonna happen at the same time here. He's in a cat stance. This right leg is gonna do a scoop kick. The right arm is gonna yank back to try to snap the person's neck, but at the same time, if you notice where his left hand is at, it's already in a motion that as he pulls with the right hand, the left hand is gonna come out and strike a hand sword right at the base of the back of the neck. So he's gonna do all three motions, pull, hand sword, and scoop kick all at the same time, and at the end of it's gonna end up in the left neutral bow. So go ahead, David, strike. He ends up here, keeps the left hand there, and from here for a last motion, he'll turn and do a punch right to the kidney, right to the back, and come right back. And that's the end of that technique. So now we're gonna face the other way. Here we go. So we start from your fighting stance. Left punch comes in. Now remember, you're doing an inward, outward parry. Right hand's doing inward, left hand's doing outward as you step in. Step drag in. Good. Now the right hand rotates under, does a back fist. From here, you take an adjustment step with your left and go into a lunge stance as your left hand comes in with the heel palm. Now from that position, he's gonna switch feet by bringing the left foot in and dropping into a cat stance as he does an inward hand sword on the other side of the neck. Now you're still following along. Take your right hand as his is, come around the head and loop around to the face. Three things happening. Pull, strike, scoop kick, all at the same time. Go. And from there, he's gonna rotate over, final punch in the kidney, and that's it, he's done, he can cover up. So, now application of this, left punch comes in, I'm gonna catch it outside of that punch and go from an inward outward parry into a back fist. No sooner than I hit this back fist, notice that my hand is here covering. I'm gonna come up behind him, at the same time, I'm gonna turn into a strike, right hand cocks up, and I come over to the other side, boom, hand sword to here. From here, I'm gonna reach over, grab that chin. As I pull hard, I'm gonna strike the base of his neck and throw a scoop kick underneath, and all three, pop, are gonna happen at the same time. I'm gonna stay right here, and from this last motion, I'm gonna turn, punch right to the kidney, and I'll cover out. And that's what we got. Tripping Arrow!
Bear hug, arms free.
Tripping Arrow can be for a bear hug, arms free, or even an attempted bear hug. Okay, so as that's coming in, I want you to think to yourselves, this is one of those techniques, and a lot of your techniques you guys don't know how to modify as you go. But if the person's bigger than you, even though the first part of this technique calls for me to step out to the side, on this one, if the person is bigger than me, when I'm doing this with a bigger opponent, I don't step out to the side. I kind of come up the angle just so I can push into the person and counter that weight that's coming forward. So this is just gonna be more of a judgment call to understand the size of the opponent that's coming at you. So from here, I'll teach you just as base, but you just learn how to make sure that you make the adjustments depending on the size and the weight of the person that's coming to you. So first move, we're stepping over to the side, and as we do that, left arm is grabbing a hold of their arm, and this is coming from top to bottom. So I'm wedging, I'm driving an elbow down between me and my opponent as we hit a heel palm right to the side of their face. Now he's in a good lunge stance from there. He's gonna keep that stance because from that position, same way we did a couple of techniques prior to this, he's gonna shoot this right leg right around the front, the back of theirs, and as he does that, he's gonna come around and take the person down. Right hand is doing the same C motion, going right to the throat to take the person down. From here, he still has a hold of them with his left hand. So now, he's gonna grab that arm, go into a front kick, clear the arm, break that wrist, and he'll cover out from there. All right, this time face this way. So the person's coming in, step in the same direction that he's going in right now. So you step over to the side, you're in a lunge stance, make sure you get on the ball of that foot. From here, after you hit this heel palm, he's gonna bring that right leg around, seek up with your right hand, and take them down into a buckle. Now doing that buckle, you're going into a really deep forward bow. Okay, the back of that back leg, that's what you're gonna use to take the person down. From there, he'll grab with both hands, front kick, clear, stomp on that wrist, and you cover up and you're out of danger. Awesome. All right, so come on back. This is gonna be fun. David's big. We'll make this happen. All right, ready, David? David comes in. I'm gonna step actually into David on this one because I don't want to kind of step to the side. And that much weight coming forward, if I go to here and he keeps coming forward, that's just gonna knock me forward, knock me back. So as he comes in, I'm gonna step into him a little bit and kind of catch this arm. As soon as I hit the side of this face, right at the hinge of that jaw, I'm gonna come around that leg, and from there, I'm gonna take down. Now I'm holding onto this arm as tightly as possible. From here, I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the last technique there. Kick, stomp, boom, and recover out from there. Thank you, sir. Next technique, circles of protection. So this is a defense against a right punch, but it's kind of more of an overhead punch. One of those looping punches. People go crazy with that thing, right? So as that punch comes in, we got a couple things we're gonna do. First, as a few techniques back, we went over doing an inward parry. We went over doing an outward parry. This one's gonna be kind of an upward parry. So when he steps forward, David's gonna step into a forward bow with his left leg in front, and at the same time, right hand is coming underneath that punch so he can start to parry that punch. From that position, two things are gonna happen. He's gonna come underneath with his left hand to continue that motion, and as that happens, he's gonna rotate to a neutral bow and drop into a lunge stance, or more or less a closed kneel, as he does a heel palm right to the groin. Your stance change is gonna go from forward bow to neutral, back to closed kneel. So forward bow with the getting underneath the punch. Go ahead. From there, he's going to go to a neutral as he starts to clear. What's happening with this left arm is the left arm is guiding that arm back to the side of their body. So as the right hand's coming back in to do a heel palm, this is just moving the arm out of the way. So as his left arm moves it out of the way, he's going to rotate down and drop into a closed kneel as he hits a heel palm right to the groin. Now, from this position, he's actually gonna, as soon as he hits that groin, he's gonna grab and he's gonna pull. But as he pulls, he's gonna rotate back to a neutral as he throws a back fist with the front hand. All right? So now I'm gonna try it the other way, so you guys are gonna follow David now. So you step into the first stance, which is gonna be your forward bow, rotate to a neutral as you bring that left hand around, come all the way around into your heel palm, and right here, you guys are in a closed kneel. From here, grab, and as you pull with your right, rotate back to a neutral, and you hit a back fist with the left. Awesome. So, right punch comes in. What I'm doing is I'm stepping underneath it here, going from here. I'm gonna rotate out. As soon as I rotate, I'm gonna catch this arm, rotate here, and drop, heel palm to the groin. So again, punch comes in, I step in, boom, come underneath, rotate. When I come around, I'm gonna hit that groin hard, pop, grab, but once I grab, I'm gonna grab and pull. Now a lot of times when we practice this in class, we'll hit each other right to the leg, so we can get used to grabbing that leg. And as I yank, I'm gonna yank, pull, and hitting right to that back fist. All right? Great job. All right, next technique, Taming the Mace. Another one of our favorites. So this is for a technique where your back is against the wall and there's a right punch coming in hot right for your face, but there's no way to step back. So we're gonna use the wall as we do this technique as part of what we're gonna be able to do to this guy. okay? So let's follow David right now. First motion, the same way we just did an inward parry, you're gonna end up doing 2 motions at the same time. If you remember back at Leaping Crane, the same way Leaping Crane, we did an inward parry and a strike. We're gonna do the same thing, except the strike is not gonna be a raking strike here. It's gonna be using your entire forearm to collapse on the inside of that elbow as you parry. So the first motion, he's gonna turn over, get his head out the way, turn to his left and drop into a lunge stance. And as he does that, left hand parries and the right arm crashes right at the crease, right on the inside of that elbow. That brings a person in. From that position, you're gonna push right back out with a back fist with that right hand. Now, your next part, you still have a hold of this person. Your hands are gonna switch positions. So that means the hand that's doing the back fist, your right hand is gonna come down the back of that arm to come and grab the sleeve, and the left hand is gonna shoot out into a hand sword. That happens as your left leg comes back into a twist stance position. So watch David as he steps back, he pulls back with the right and extends out with the left. Now he's holding on with the right. This left hand that just struck is going to go from that strike into grabbing that person's either their shirt or whatever they have on at that point. You're going to grab it. The reason why I grab it from here is because when David rotates out, let's say this is the wall, he's grabbing that person and throwing them into the wall from here. So it comes back and the person ends up here. Once they bounce from that wall, you're gonna drop right here and he's gonna take his right elbow and right knee and he's gonna hit him at the same time. So that knee comes in, boom, and from there he's gonna drop that foot back. Now he's gonna turn and step around and he's gonna spin basically into a heel kick right into the body. So he's gonna bring that left foot in, turn, and from there, boom, right to the body. All right, so let's face the other way. From here, remember which way we're stepping. We're stepping out to the left as you collapse them in. So the left hand does a parry, right arm is striking on the inside of that arm. What comes after that? Back fist with the right hand. Now we're gonna try to make the next 3 motions the same. You gotta step, pulling in with your right, and shoving out with your left. From there, grab that lapel on them and rotate and throw them into the wall that's behind you. From that position, you're coming in, knee and the elbow, come back and turn and kick them right into the wall. Good job. All right, now let's go, actually we'll go from here. That's work. So right punch comes in, I'm stepping over to the side, collapsing them in from here. I'm gonna go right back into a back fist. Now this part, when I step back, this hand that's on the back fist is coming down to grab here. This hand that was covering on top is gonna come out. I'm gonna do a hand sword and grab right after I hit that. So from here, back fist, I'm gonna rotate, come out, strike, and grab. I'm grabbing from here because from here I'm gonna turn, and as I turn, I'm gonna throw him into the wall. When he gets to the wall, I'm gonna keep him here, and I'm gonna hit with the inward elbow. Elbow goes to the face, knee goes to the body. From there, I'm gonna come right off of him. So this is gonna happen in one continuous motion. So I'm gonna end up hitting, come around, turn, kick, and cover out from there. Thank you, sir. And that's your last technique for this belt level, Taming the Mace. Practice hard, guys. We got a lot of work ahead of us. There's a lot of extensions on these techniques, so just be ready to have some fun with these, all right? Enjoy.